I don't like the stretch marks on my thighs, or the way my nose is slightly crooked. I don't like how my hair isn't quite straight, but it isn't quite curly either. I don't like the bags under my eyes. I don't like my stomach. I don't like my arms or my shoulders or my teeth when I smile. Now she didn't notice any of these things, and consequently did not care. Her main problems in life were of a different sort. Why does the dog I drew look like a donkey? I can't tie my shoelaces. I wish I could do a cartwheel like my friend. Do you notice a difference between her concerns and mine? She was focused on her abilities, whereas I am focused on my appearance. Big deal, so what? She's 6 and you're 16. It's normal. She didn't know any better. That's the point. She didn't know any better. Now she does. I do. We are all born with some natural instincts derived from our past and our evolution as a species. Practical skills and logical thought are examples of these natural instincts. We are not born with overly complicated thoughts about looks or weight or skin or hair. We develop these due to societal pressure. We are, however, born with abilities. We're focused on what we can and cannot do. This is because in the history of humankind, practical skills and abilities are what allowed for survival. It was Darwinian and selective, survival of the fittest. Now, and especially for women, it's survival of the prettiest. As toddlers and small children, we are blissfully unaware of societal beauty standards. Then, as we mature and grow, girls are groomed to develop frustration, not about who they are and what they do, but about how they look. We are taught to prioritize appearance. Wear black, don't wear black. Grow your hair out, cut it. Gain weight, lose weight. Paint your nails, not that color. Wear makeup, no, that's too much. It's incessant, it's overwhelming, and quite frankly, it's kind of stupid. Society's perception of femininity and womanhood is deeply tied to frustration about not aligning exactly with unrealistic, imposed expectations of beauty. Just the other day, I was at a restaurant with my father and my brother, and as we're sitting down, my brother's doing some sort of move, imitating a famous football player. The restaurant owner is quick to come over, beaming, nudges my brother playfully on the shoulder, and says, "Hey man, you gotta teach me how to do that someday." We sit down, and we're looking through our menus, and the restaurant owner comes over, and as he's asking for our order, he kind of looks over at me and he goes, "Looking very pretty today, young lady." Now, per se, this is a perfectly harmless and even kind thing to say. However, if we look beyond this particular instance, we can ask ourselves, why the difference in the comments my brother and I got? Why is the immediate assumption that a girl wants to be told she's pretty? Why did my brother receive a more human comment than I did? Because commenting on looks alone is fundamentally dehumanizing. Why does my image stop at how I present myself on a superficial level? Why aren't my opinions, ideas, and abilities valued as much as my looks? I'll tell you why. In the 21st century, according to society, the value of a woman lies in her physical appearance. Now, you may say, you're exaggerating. Maybe I am. But I also know what it's like to be a woman in 2024. And before anyone comes at me with, yes, but men and boys face different issues, absolutely. Absolutely they do. However, we live in a male-dominated world, hence a male-dominated society. And the aesthetic criteria with which women are judged are deeply rooted in women's inferior position in the status quo. Think of it this way. I'm often talking with my friends or family about celebrities, as I'm sure we all do. Think singers, movie stars, etc. Think people like Meryl Streep, Leonardo DiCaprio, Selena Gomez, Kanye West, Taylor Swift. That crowd. What I've noticed, and this is coming from both men and women, when we're talking about the female superstars, we tend to mention appearance a lot more. It's all about how they've aged and how they've put on weight and how the makeup doesn't suit them. Whereas for males, the focus is much more on what they're good at because, let's face it, in most cases, though not all, clearly, in order to become world famous, you kind of have to be good at what you do. If you're a male, that's enough. The focus is on your abilities. If you're a female, it's not enough. Appearance factors in a lot more in people's perception of you. Now, one may argue that things have gotten better, and truthfully, they have. In many countries, Italy for instance, women are now in positions of power, for better or for worse, whether that be political, influential, etc. On a practical and official level, social norms and gender norms are losing importance. However, are they also losing importance in our minds? In my humble opinion, no, they're not. Ma era Sofia, che dici? Why are you saying this? What makes you think this? I'll tell you what. I'm standing here on this stage, preaching the importance of placing a woman's value in something that isn't her physical looks. Yet even I, who care and feel strongly about societal discrepancies between the genders, would be pleased with myself if I was told I look thinner. I too would feel validated if my looks were complimented. I am actively trying to unlearn 16 years of social conditioning. But the truth is, it's hard. When you grow up with beauty standards popping up every which way you turn, it isn't easy to not compare yourself to everyone around you. It takes time, patience, and radical social change. We've made huge leaps in the past decades. Society is finally inching forwards. But I would like to encourage us all here tonight, myself first and foremost, to look beyond the exterior of a woman and of ourselves, which in many cases coincides. We all know the drill at this point. We've been told over and over again. Now let's implement it in our daily lives. When you meet me, don't compliment me for losing weight. Ask me about school, ask me about the sport I play, talk to me about politics. Let's subvert these prejudiced notions and strive to create a world where my brother and I receive the same questions at family gatherings and the same comments in restaurants. They may seem like tiny things, but it is comments like these that perpetuate the vicious cycle of need for external validation in girls. A woman's value and worth are not determined by what she looks like. Let's start acting like it, collectively, as a community and as a society. Let's aim to create a world where appearances aren't valued as much as abilities, and where, regardless of gender, we are able to look beyond the exterior to appreciate and celebrate what lies within. Thank you.